gonna pop in. Am I gonna... There we go, okay. VC face fell asleep. It's fine. Mood, to be honest, because oh my god, I have had a hell of a day. Seriously, like, you would not believe the day that I've had. So, first of all, I was a mess from the moment I woke up, because the light bulbs in the office where I am currently sitting were both dead. Like, I turned it off and it did, like, the LED, like, strobe, gonna give you a seizure thing that it normally does. And so I was like, well, great, I gotta change light bulbs. I know we have some spares somewhere. I checked in the place where I thought spare light bulbs were, and there were no spare light bulbs. And I was like, well, shit, I guess we're out of light bulbs. We must have used those spare light bulbs already. So I, like, literally spent half my day in the office, in the dark, with just, like, the desk lamp. And then I text my boyfriend about, like, hey, couldn't find any light bulbs. We should probably pick those up later. And he was like, they're on the table. And I was like, I looked on the table. So I go to look on the table again, and there's a plastic, like, shopping bag with light bulbs in it, and it was there. It was there the whole time. It was there the whole time, and I just that just sort of set the tone for the rest of the day, because immediately after that happened, I had to, like, because my car wouldn't start earlier. Was it last week? It would have been last week that I tried to start my car, and it wouldn't start, and so we were like, great, well, whatever, we can... So I had the neighbor jump my car, and it wouldn't, like, stay on when he turned the cables off of the battery. So basically, I spent the afternoon of my day trying to get the car to start, trying to get the car to stay started long enough for me to drive it to the auto shop where I was getting it repaired. I'm a mess right now. I'm genuinely a mess. So don't expect me to keep up my, like, normal amount of energy. I mean, I'll do my best. I always do my best, because I do enjoy streaming for all of you guys. But oh, Jesus Christ, has it been a day? And streaming was, like, the only thing I could look forward to, and we're just gonna have to do it. We're just gonna have to do it. When a VC face, like, chokes on me, I'm gonna be mad. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, let's just turn on Bejeweled. We're gonna turn on Bejeweled, and we're gonna hop into the game, and we're just gonna hang out. We're just gonna hang out until somebody comes to chat. Because I don't have the mental energy for literally anything else right now. That's kind of loud. I'm paranoid about the audio because I'm always paranoid about the audio, so just, I don't know, whatever. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ, what a day. But, I mean, my boyfriend's work Christmas party was today, and so he brought home, like, 4 pieces of cheesecake. So I ate, and, like, I don't even mean, like, the little pieces. I mean, like, big old pieces of cheesecake. So, I did in fact get to eat 2 whole pieces of cheesecake and feel a little bit better. But that did make my stomach feel worse, so I, you know. Still a net gain over the panic attack that was induced by by driving my car to the mechanic. Because when I drove my car to the mechanic, like, literally, it was threatening to shut off the entire time. The entire time I was driving, it was doing this thing where, like, the lights on, like, the dials and whatever would just, like, fade out if the engine was running too low, because, like, my alternator must be trashed, or at the very least it's not working, the battery's not holding a charge, so, yeah, yikes. Just yikes. I also forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so sorry if you heard it go off just then. Okay. Back to Bejeweled. Steam, I'm busy. Actually, can I just, like, quietly... Let me just make sure that... Oh, I don't care. That's right, because it's a window capture, not... Never mind, don't worry about it. Oh, God. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm a mess today. We are not going to be playing Zuma like we were last week. Oh, hey! Nice to see you! Thanks for the follow, by the way. I didn't get to thank you live because you followed me when I was not live.
No more moves.
It's all good. How are you today? What are you up to? Oh, it's fine. Honestly, like, my stream setup is just kind of janky anyway, so I didn't really put a whole lot of effort into making sure things lined up okay. I was just like, yeah, this font size will probably be fine. I don't know, I might fix it later, I might not. Honestly, I don't apologize. It's my fault for not, like, actually caring about my... Freaking... Oh, you're streaming Friday the 13th. That's pretty cool. Yeah. It's hard to get the hang of. I still... Like, I've been using it for a decent amount of time now, and I still feel like there's a bunch of things that I don't know exactly how to do. So... But yeah, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. These Friday night streams kind of tend to be dead because I'm not doing anything super interesting. I'm kind of just playing Bejeweled and hanging out. But, you know, it gives me a chance to actually, like, talk to people because normally I'm too focused on the game to say anything. Or I just say a bunch of random nonsense and like, alright, I've been editing my my past Earthbound streams, and oh my goodness. So first of all, I was kind of new at streaming still back then. I mean, I am still very new at streaming, but like, I was really new at streaming. And so like, there was a lot of the stream where it's just like, nothing's happening, but I still have to watch the whole, like, 2-3 hour stream to pick out the good bits, and I just, Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. There we go. Yeah.
Excellent. Level complete.
Like, I figure, like,
Get ready.
the whole idea behind me playing Bejeweled on Friday nights is that I can play a game to keep my stupid ADHD brain. Oh my god, no, tell me about it. Like, it's just like,
Excellent. Excellent.
no, I feel that. I feel that's so hard. But yeah, so we can talk, we can hang out, get to know each other. I don't know.
No more moves.
Wow. The game is not having me today. Let's just...
Go.
It's like, Bejeweled is a game where it's like, there's no real strategy to it, you just go until the game says you're done, but this game is like kicking me out constantly.
Excellent. Incredible.
I get to level 3 and it's like, nah, you're done now, and I'm like, well, I just got here, but thank you. I get a haircut IRL too. Like, oh my goodness, it's like in my eyes, so if you see me constantly like flicking my head and it's really annoying, I'm sure. Tetris, oh my goodness, yes. The thing with me and like timed puzzle games is that like I completely panic and my brain shuts off. This game does have a timed mode though, so I might turn that on later if I keep getting kicked out of Classic. Oh yeah, I know. I enjoy Tetris, it's just that after it gets to a certain point, my brain just turns off and I can't play the game anymore. Last week on this stream, I played Zuma for a bit. The game with, like, the frog, where you're shooting marbles and they're coming towards the, like, skull of death. And, oh my god, it was an event, let me tell you.
Level complete.
Because, like, literally any time pressure at all, and my brain cells go on strike. And just... It was big, smooth brain hours.
No more moves.
See this shit? Level 3. It's like, nah, you're not doing it anymore. Alright. Fuck it, let's play some action mode. Why not?
Go.
I'm actually decent at the timed mode in this version, to be honest. Which is interesting considering everything I just said about timed video games.
Level complete.
It's essentially how the time trial mode in this game works, is that this bar at the bottom isn't just my score, it's also the timer. So by scoring, I extend the time. So like you've just gotta keep like spotting moves and going.
Excellent. Incredible. Level complete. Get ready.
I hope the stream isn't dropping too much. I mean, I say that every time, and usually it's okay. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's great, because I don't have, like, a whole lot of tech, but, you know. I want it to at least be, like, smooth enough that you can watch it without it just being like, well, there's nothing, there's nothing happening. Like, if I can get to more than, like, 3 frames a second, that's good enough, probably. Also, again, if I'm rambling, I am a mess today. I am an absolute mess today. So much has happened, and I just not feeling it. I mean, I am. I wouldn't have streamed if I didn't want to stream. I want to make that perfectly clear. For you and anyone watching, like, the VOD or whatever. But, oh boy.
Good. Level complete. Get ready.
Yeah. That riveting nose-breathing Bejeweled action. What everyone logs into Twitch to see. Oh, man. I've also just realized, like, right before starting the stream, that my cat has been clawing at my desk. So... But, like, yeah, I mean, I'm... Oh, no. I've lost That works, too. That works, too. I just completely lost, like, any sight of any moves. But, yeah, like, basically, this morning, when I woke up, I was like, I need to change the light bulbs in here, because the lights are out, and that's not good. So then I went to look for light bulbs. I didn't find any light bulbs, and I can't go to the store because my car does not work. It wouldn't start. The battery's dead, or whatever. So, you know, not holding a charge, and so, like, I knew this because, like, a week ago I tried to start my car, and instead of the car starting, it, like, all of the needles started juddering, and, like, all of the, like, the radio turned itself on, and, like, all of this other weird shit started happening, and I was like, okay, well, either my battery is dead, or it's possessed. One of those I can fix by taking it to a mechanic. Excuse me. And so I was just like, alright, well, I got an appointment with a mechanic tomorrow morning. We have a neighbor who works on cars all the time, so I was just like, yeah, well, we'll ask him if he's got jumper cables, and we'll jump the car and take it to the mechanic. So I couldn't go to the store to buy light bulbs. So instead of, like, doing, like, basically I just sat here with my desk lamp and the computer light on in the dark because I couldn't find any light bulbs. I text my boyfriend, who I live with, about light bulbs, and he was like, we have light bulbs. They're literally on the kitchen table. So I go to look on the kitchen table again, because I had checked there before. The light bulbs are literally in the middle of the kitchen table. They're in the middle of the kitchen table in a shopping bag, and I just didn't see them because I'm not smart. So I changed the fucking light bulbs. And then, like, immediately after this, he's like, I gotta, like, stop at a place after work. Could you, like, text the neighbor about jumping your car? And I was like, cool. So I get the neighbor out to jump my car. And, instead of... So he jumps the car. Car won't stay on when he takes the cables off, because the alternator is probably shot. I mean, I'm not a mechanic, I don't know a whole lot about cars, but I do know they're supposed to turn on and stay that way. And instead of that happening, it was a lot of, like, we started it, and then it just turned back off immediately.
Level complete.
So we managed to get it to stay on without the cables, and...
Get ready.
Listen. Sorry, that's my boyfriend. Listen. I'm telling a story. Give me a second. So we managed to get my car to stay on long enough for me to, like, and the neighbor's like, you know, give it a test drive around the block or whatever. Let me know if you get stranded somewhere. I'll come get you. It's fine. And I was like, there was this moment in my mind where I was just like, it's going to turn off if I stop moving the car. Like, if I stop the car for too long, it's just going to... Oh, fuck. I'm gonna lose the game. Whoops. Like, if I stop the car for too long, it's gonna... this is over. This was never gonna... Yep. There we go. Okay. Well, anyways.
A new high score.
Still my third highest score. I'm gonna start classic so I can like keep talking and playing. But effectively what was happening was just like I realized that if I stopped driving the car, if the car stopped for too long, it was going to turn off because the light spike behind the dials and whatever on the dashboard were like fading out slowly whenever the engine got below 1000 RPM. And so I was like, I've just got to drive it to the car shop. I've just got to drive it to the mechanic and hope for the best. Because if I don't do this now, we're going to have to call a tow truck. It's going to get a lot more expensive. I am currently unemployed. Hopefully the mechanic bills aren't going to be like super expensive because I need a car. So I definitely can't afford a tow truck. So I was just like, I've just got to drive my car to the mechanic and never stop. And so, like, I literally spent, like, the entire drive there absolutely panicking, like, out of my mind with panic, going, if I stop this car, it's going to die, and I'm gonna be stranded here. I got it to the mechanic. My boyfriend picked me up, everything's fine. And I should have enough money to foot the bill, it just might put me in a very dangerous situation. But yeah, so that was my day. How are you feeling, Steve the Magic Ninja? I hope your day was better than mine, but that's a low bar to clear. So, you know. Also, like, let me know how the audio and everything is. I'm really paranoid about the audio in my streams. Mostly because I had an entire stream with no audio one time, and ever since, I just never recovered from that. Ever since then, it's just like, how's the audio? How's the audio? You can hear me though, right? So... The thing I like about playing Bejeweled is that it's relaxing. Audio good! Good to know. Good to know.
Level complete.
Mine was...
Get ready.
Oh, sorry, I clicked out of the window. I'm not playing with the game full screen, so if I click out of the window by accident, it just, like, stops. But yeah. Boring day, I feel that. Especially now that I'm unemployed, it's just like, well, I slept until 1:30, and then I didn't do anything, and now it's stream time. Hello, everyone. But I mean, look at it this way. At least you didn't have to panic drive your... Oh, you got a Secret Santa person! Nice! Yeah. Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier my boyfriend's work Christmas party was today.
Incredible.
Which massively improved my day because he brought home 2 gigantic pieces of cheesecake for me to eat. But yeah, Secret Santa stuff is fun. I've never actually been in one, really? I mean, I was in one for, like, a high school club, but that's, like, a high school club. You know how it is? Like, Yeah, yeah. It was very good. But yeah, if I start saying the same things over and over again, it is because I am not very smart, as demonstrated by the light bulb story. So, I will say the one time I've done a Secret Santa for my work was because I just remembered that actually, yes, I did do one for a job one time. It wasn't just the club in high school. The thing I did was it wasn't a Secret Santa. It was more like a white elephant gift thing where it's just like bring a cheap gift and we'll all pull numbers and somebody will get your thing.
Level complete.
Essentially, I just bought like a $5 bucket of popcorn from Walmart, like a big ass bucket of popcorn. You know, the big like tins of like caramel and cheese and whatever else. Like, and it's because I was like, how do I buy a gift for somebody when I don't even like know who they are or what they like? But like, tin of popcorn, man, everybody loves a tin of popcorn. It was in the price range, so. I mean, honestly, I say just don't stress over it. Just like you've got a list of things that they like, bro. That's all you need. I feel like they'll appreciate it no matter what you give them. So yeah, it's just, my day went from 0 to 100 really, really quickly. And I'm really frazzled because of it, so...
Level complete.
What kind of Secret Santa stuff am I interested, or are you talking to Steve? Also, I don't know why you would be asking me, because we live together and you've already given me a Christmas present. I mean, I guess. I mean, I guess. I'm trying to think of like what kind of stuff I would put on a Secret Santa wish list. Like, I don't really like stuff, to be honest. I'm just not a stuff person. The things that I want are usually... That is true. That is true. You did get a pillow made out of a picture of our cat. Honestly, though, like, I'm into stuffed animals. I'm into anything nerdy, for the most part. Like... But also, it's like, if anybody gets me anything, and it's like, oh, you saw this thing, and you thought that I would like it, that's neat of you. I'll, like, thanks, bro, but, like, I don't know. It's easier when you're a kid, and you can just say, I want Barbie dolls, or whatever, but, like, when you're an adult, it's like, I don't know, socks. Oh, yeah! Yeah, like the ones where, like... I know exactly what you mean. Like, the ones where, like, the ring is on the thing and you have to, like, separate the ring from the toy without breaking it, or stuff of that nature. Yeah, those are cool. I've never really had one, but like every time like somebody brought it to class or whatever when I was a kid, I was like, wow, this is really cool, and I would fidget with it for a bit, but then they would take it home with them because it was theirs. But yeah, those are neat. I can totally understand having like an interest in them.
No more moves. A new high score.
Well, at least that game lasted longer.
Go. Excellent.
But yeah, if you're curious, the thing that my boyfriend got me for Christmas, was an air fryer, which we used to cook which he used to cook delicious pork chops. I haven't used it yet. I'm still, like, looking at recipes and trying to decide what I want to do with it, but...
Level complete. Get ready.
Like, because basically he bought it because I really, really enjoy cooking. The thing is, like, I enjoy cooking, but I only... Like, when I cook, I go hard. I don't cook very often because of this fact, because I am not in any way, like, interested in cooking just a casual meal for people. yeah, he's just like, you want to eat pork chops? I'll make some pork chops, and it turns out well. I'm the kind of person where it's like, I want to make baked salmon with a side of rice and sauteed asparagus, and like all of that stuff requires like a decent amount of prep and cook time, and so like a lot of the time it's like, well, I don't want to do all of that. But it... I'm also just generally bad at... I love cooking, but it can be a hassle. Exactly. It wouldn't be so bad if eating was optional. You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't have to eat to survive, it would be great, because then I could only cook really good food when I have the energy and stuff to cook food. But, like, I do, like, actually have to eat constantly, or else I will, like, die. And it's like, well, crap, now I have to continue planning meals every day from now until whenever I die. I don't want to do that. I don't want to...
Level complete. Get ready.
Yeah, Synchro's really good at, like, finding stuff that I, like, that he can just make that we both like, and I appreciate that very much. Especially on days like this, where it was, like, it was technically my turn to cook, but I was so frazzled after getting back from, like, taking my car to the mechanic, while intensely panicking the whole time, because, like, I hit a red light, and if I stop, I'm going to be stuck here in the middle of, like, a 4-lane road. So, like, I got home and I was like, ah! And Mike was like, I'll just make you mac and cheese, it's fine. And I was like, thank you.
Level complete. Get ready.
tell you what though, I'm excited for tomorrow's stream. I'm excited for tomorrow's stream because I'm probably gonna beat A Link to the Past. Like, for the first time. Like, I played a decent amount of it, I guess, before, but like... He did stream Destiny at a certain point in time. He kind of gave up on it because nobody ever showed up, but like...
Go.
Yeah, you know, give him a follow. Why not? You might pick it up again. You might... If you're into Destiny 2, definitely do that, because my boyfriend is obsessed with Destiny 2.
Level complete. Get ready.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, you kind of have to... When it comes to, like, Twitch streaming, you kind of just have to get lucky. Like, I got a foothold in it because I knew someone who was already somewhat prolific, so I got into it off of... Basically, I got to eat their crumbs for a little bit, and that helped. But, yeah, there's a lot of luck involved, and if you start thinking, like, oh, I'm gonna be a famous Minecraft streamer like Markiplier, that's not a thing Markiplier does. But anyways, you get the idea. It's like, if you're only streaming for the viewers, or I guess, if you're only streaming for, like, clout or whatever, you're just gonna set yourself up for disappointment, so it's better to just, like, get a bunch of friends together and just give it a shot, you know what I mean?
Level complete. Get ready.
Because, like, if you're just in it for the fun of it, then you're not gonna be disappointed either way.
Incredible.
Which I realize is easier said than done. And, like, obviously follower counts matter and whatever. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, same. I mean, honestly, I kind of just started streaming more after I lost my job because I didn't have anything better to do. So it was like, yeah, you know, whatever. I'll give it a shot. Because before that, I was just sort of streaming on Saturdays when I could, you know, but... But, like, now it's like, I might as well stream, because I don't have anything else on.
Excellent.
If people show up and they have fun, then great. Good for them. I'm enjoying it too, so... Especially on a day like this when everything was just kind of exploding. Oh yeah. Yeah, the audio delay. That's always frustrating. I don't tend to have that issue just because I'm streaming on PC, but you were doing it with a capture card with the PS4, and so it What I mean to say is PC Master Race. I'm joking, of course, but... Yeah, part of why streaming was more convenient for me was just because, like, I have a decent computer. And, like, a lot of PC-based games and emulators and things, so it worked out better, I guess. Yeah, I mean, honestly, mine can barely be classified as a gaming computer. It's a laptop. It's a fairly decent high-end laptop, but it's still not. I wouldn't exactly call it top of the line. I got it at Walmart for like less than $1,000. So
Excellent.
nice. Nice.
Level complete.
But like, as you can tell by the fact that OBS kind of loses its mind every time like the level animation happens, my computer mostly works, but it's still struggling to run like all of this. Yeah, yeah. I got what you meant. It's fine.
Good. Incredible. No more moves.
I also feel like streaming it,
New high
because normally I stream like in the afternoon. I'm in Central Time, so it's 8:48 where I am currently, and you can use that in your mind to calculate, I guess, the hour delay between that and your time zone. But so essentially what I'm saying, normally I stream at EST. Yeah, most people are, it seems. I guess that makes sense because of population maps and whatever. Yeah, yeah. So normally I stream at 3 o'clock Central Time, PM. Which would be 4 o'clock in your time, I believe. And so... I feel like these late night streams sort of give people a chance to join me that normally can't, because like I feel like when I stream in the afternoon, it's kind of, you know, people might be working or whatever else.
Get ready.
It's like originally I had this... I was sort of setting up the schedule with that idea of like, you know, getting off work, then getting on and streaming. In between then and now, I lost that job, so it doesn't matter anymore. But, you know, I feel like the more chill stream should be later on anyway. You know what I mean? I don't know. I might change it later if it doesn't, like, make the numbers happen or whatever, but also I don't... okay, I'm conflicted on whether or not I care about the numbers, if I'm being honest, because, like, being a Twitch affiliate would be cool, because any money would be good right now. Even though Twitch keeps, like, a ridiculous portion. But, at the same time, it's like, I don't... Fussing over numbers is dumb, and I don't want to do it. It's dumb.
Good. Level complete.
stream both and just fuck around finding out. Maybe, who knows? And you know, I might, if I feel like adding a stream to my schedule, I might add a stream to earlier Friday, like have a Friday afternoon stream, and then this one. Just because, like, this stream is pretty low-key anyway. So, you know, I'll think about it. At the moment, I'm pretty happy with my streaming schedule, but I would announce changes via my Twitter, which is, you know, in the about and whatever else. I do appreciate Twitch's feature with the schedule feature, where like it shows the schedule on your channel in the local time zone of whoever is viewing it. That's useful. Because then I can put on Twitter like my schedule in Central Time, and then I can just be like, check out my Twitch if you want to know what the real times are. You know what I'm saying?
Get ready.
Like, it eliminates a lot of confusion doing it that way.
Good. Excellent. Incredible.
I feel like there's gotta be a way I can just like turn off the Steam overlays, but I am too dead inside to attempt that right now. There's a reason I made my VTuber a zombie, and it's because I am on the verge of life and death at all moments, at all times. And today especially, I am feeling very, very dead.
No more moves.
I will say, the very deep-voiced gentleman who does the announcements, I guess, in this game, is living rent-free in my head, and has been ever since I was a child playing this game for the first time, so...
Level complete.
I don't know if he's still watching the chat. If he doesn't answer soon, I'm gonna yell at him to check the chat and talk to you. I don't know. I mean, the point of this stream is conversation, you know, so... Because otherwise it would just be that intense, mouth-breathing, Bejeweled action.
Good.
Ugh.
Excellent. Level complete. Get ready. Excellent.
The other thing, I guess, stopping me from streaming more than I already do is just because, like, streams are exhausting. I mean, I have mad respect for people who can do, like, 24-hour charity streams and whatever else, because, like, I stream for 2-3 hours and I'm done forever. I can do nothing else that entire day. So, you know. Excuse me. It's just, like... Before I add another stream to Friday afternoon, in addition to this one Friday evening, I would have to consider among myself whether or not I actually have the stamina to do 2 streams in one day. So, I don't know. I might do like a surprise unscheduled stream just to like test it out once, just to see, but...
Level complete. Get ready. Good.
But yeah, like, literally every time, like, I'll be thinking to myself, I'm not gonna get... so essentially, like, I'm not holding my breath for affiliate, but I would take it if it was given to me. Essentially, is my standing on that. Because, like, every once in a while I'm going, I'm not gonna worry about... Like, I heavily alternate between, I'm not gonna worry about my Twitch stats, and just, like, don't, who cares if I get affiliate or not? And, actually, I might be able to get affiliate. Maybe I should be trying for this, and yeah, who knows. It's either gonna happen or it won't, and, yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
Go.
Oh, I should not have done that. Oh, I blew up my... Never mind. But yeah, now I'm at the point in my life where I have to, like, because I'm so close to beating A Link to the Past tomorrow, that it will undoubtedly happen in that next stream unless, you know, barring something catastrophic. Or if I'm just too bad at the game and it takes too long, because like I said, streams drain my energy like you wouldn't believe. So... now I'm at the point where it's like, oh no, what game do I play after that? Because I have to continue streaming and play a different game when I'm done with that one. And it's like, oh no, I didn't think I'd get this far. Like, maybe I'll do like Ocarina of Time randomizer? I played enough Ocarina of Time that I could semi-competently play the randomizer. But also, like, maybe I could... yeah. Because, like, part of the reason why I stream RPGs is because I like RPGs. And part of the reason I stream RPGs is because they're really long, so I don't have to think about what game I want to play next for a long time. So I pick a game and I'm like, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. And then when I come to it, I'm like, oh no, I'm at the bridge. So, you know.
Get ready.
So I might do Ocarina of Time randomizer, I might do a Pokemon game, I might play Hitman for something different, or... Nice! Very nice. I am definitely not good enough at A Link to the Past to do that. Not unless I got really lucky with the drops, I guess. But... One of the things I noticed when I was watching back my old streams is that every once in a while there's a really loud and annoying click when I pick my mouse up and then slap it back down on the desk to recenter it. And so, I'm sorry about that. Like, I don't even know if it's really a problem or if it's just like something my brain has decided is a problem, but either way, like every time I do it now, it bothers me. It's like, oh no, I did the thing again. So yeah, if you were wondering what that really annoying clicking noise is, it's me picking up my mouse and slamming it back down on the desk to recenter it.
Level complete. Get ready.
I know, oh my god, I feel it. Like, I feel it so hard. Because it's like, is that actually annoying, or is it only annoying because I've called attention to it? Who knows? Well, and I do feel like streamers, in particular, have things that they find annoying that their viewers don't even notice. Because, like, you know how, like, when you read something that you wrote and you're like, this is garbage and it shouldn't be no one should see this, but then, like, somebody else reads it and they haven't been staring at it for the last, like, 5 hours, so they don't know, you know. So it's like, I don't actually know if any of this is a problem or if I'm just, like, exaggerating it in my mind, looking for flaws within myself. I'll tell you what though, speaking of expanding my stream schedule, I should absolutely need to find time to squeeze Hitman in there because I have I'm low-key obsessed with Hitman World of Assassination, and I adore Hitman Blood Money, and it just seems like it'd be a fun thing to stream. Just like, of course I want to stream me dressing like a chicken to protect the senator from getting assassinated in Blood Money or whatever happens in that level. I wasn't really paying attention. I was too busy dropping a piano on someone dressed like a penguin because it takes place during Mardi Gras. Like, there's a lot going on in Hitman Blood Money. There's a lot going on in Hitman Blood Money. Oh boy, what are we doing here? There we go. Hitman is so fun! And, like, you can't talk to... The thing about Hitman is that when you try to talk to people about it, you end up sounding like a serial killer. Which, I mean, like, if your friends know you really well, it isn't, like, a huge problem, but, like, if you're just trying to make casual conversation with your coworkers, it's not a great idea to say, I really like drowning people in toilets in Hitman. You know what I mean? It's the other video games you can talk about without sounding like you have an unhealthy affinity for murder. Valid. Totally valid. Yeah, I suppose you've given up on that front.
Excellent. No more moves. Go.
But yeah, it's like, I've played World of Assassination, the World of Assassination trilogy. That was sort of my introduction to the Hitman franchise, funnily enough, because of Outside Xbox and their Let's Plays. But, then I went back and... Because basically what happened was, like, Steam was doing a thing where you got, like, Absolution and Blood Money and the first World of Assassination game in a bundle together for a discount, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? More Hitman games. I enjoy Hitman games. Or, like, they were on sale or something like that. I don't remember exactly. So I got, I beat the World of Assassination trilogy, and I went back to try and play... I went back and played Blood Money first. I really enjoyed playing Blood Money, even though by today's standards it's kind of janky. Like, it was made in 2006, and they spent way too much, like, of the game's memory space on the polygons in 47's arms. But, like, I still really enjoyed it despite the fact that it hasn't aged super well, in my opinion. People would argue with... I've been on the Hitman Reddit, and people will argue with you on that, but, like, I don't know, dude. Anyways, so I played most of Blood Money. I didn't beat... I think I played every level of Blood Money except for, like, the last 2 levels. Because, like, I got to the White House one, and it intimidated me too much, so I was just like, I'm just gonna put this away for a little bit and come back to it later. And then I didn't. So, you know. I'm one of those people where it's just like, I'll finish this game later. Never plays it again. Because then you finish them, and then they're done, and it's like, well, I could play this game again, but... Anyways. So then I started trying to play Hitman Absolution. And I did not get on well with Hitman Absolution.
Go.
So, like, I think the last level of Hitman Absolution I played was I finished the level with the nuns. You know the one. The one with the sexy nuns that exist. Because they needed more sex appeal in their creative murder puzzle game. I guess. I guess. And then, like, I think I started the one after that, which I think is the courthouse one, and then I was like, by that point, I was so burned out from having played that much of Hitman Absolution that I was just like, I don't want to play Hitman Absolution anymore. I'll probably go back to it at some point, because I need to know what is going on in that absolutely batshit plot of theirs. Because I'll be honest, like, the plot in Blood Money wasn't great, but it's like, yeah, I mean, if you're worried nobody will buy your game, why not put a bunch of sexy nuns in it? That'll boost sales. It will boost sales. It's just... But yeah, so that was where I was at with Hitman Absolution. I didn't like a lot of things about Hitman Absolution. Namely, I didn't like how the social stealth mechanics didn't work. Like, they don't... The main thing that, like, really got me was the fact that, like, putting on a disguise basically doesn't do anything in a lot of the levels. Like, there are levels where it's like, the only disguises you can get is, like, the cop outfit. And every cop in Chicago knows every other cop in Chicago, apparently. So, you might as well just do it suit only. And I don't like that. The thing I like about Hitman games is the gratuitous amount of freedom that you are given to do whatever you want. And being able to put on a disguise to get away with stuff is part of that. So, like, I don't like how it sort of forced the more traditional stealth mechanics instead of giving you the social stealth option, because the social stealth in Hitman Absolution feels like ripping a band-aid off of your arm. Like, it's horrible. It's horrible. Like, that's the main thing about Hitman Absolution that just made me go, I don't want to play this. This is not fun. Oh, I did the thing again! Why did I do the thing? Oh. Anyways.
Excellent.
The other thing about Hitman Absolution I didn't like was how, even in... Okay, so... The third World of Assassination game had... The final level was the train level, which was very linearly designed, but it was still fun, and it still gave you a lot of creativity in how you approach your problems and whatever else. So... Compared to the linear levels in Absolution, it is like 1,000 times better, because the linear levels in Absolution made me want to die. And they just go on for too long. To die. Also, they messed up the save system in Hitman Absolution? Why does Hitman Blood Money have a better save system than Hitman Absolution when it came out, like, 6 years prior? Why would you mess up the save system? The save system was great.
Level complete. Get ready.
I mean, I could continue griping about Absolution, I guess. But I feel like if I ever do stream Hitman Absolution, I'm not going to. But if I stream Hitman, it's probably going to be Blood Money or World of Assassination, just because I enjoy those games more. But I don't know, I might stream Absolution at some point to poke fun at it. The thing about Hitman Absolution is that I wasn't completely not having fun the entire time. Like, I kept alternating between, like, I mean, this game isn't as good as Blood Money or World of Assassination, but it's not a horrible game, and I can't believe they made this and released it in the state that it is in. So, you know, it's one of those games where it's just like, it's not even bad. It's not even, like, completely terrible, so you're just not sure what to make of it.
Good.
When do your Twitch streams get to YouTube? I post them almost... Typically, I post them immediately afterwards, if not, like, the next day or so. Like, obviously, with Twitch affiliate, you have to wait at least 24 hours, I believe, but, like, I'm not a Twitch affiliate, so I can post them whenever the fuck I want. And usually I export them, like, a few minutes after I stop streaming, just so that I don't forget. So it should go up fairly shortly after the stream is done. Have fun with your holiday stuff, though. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if my car gets out of the shop in time. And I don't see why it wouldn't. Are my VODs on Twitch? They do stay on Twitch for a week now. The Twitch drastically shortened the time that streams are archived, which is why I've been extra hard on extra determined to make sure they get out to YouTube on time. But because it used to be 2 weeks and now it's 1. But yes, you will be able to have 1 week to watch the VOD of that stream on Twitch, but it will be on YouTube, like, basically immediately afterwards, so either's fine, take your pick. Yeah. Honestly, I do it if only for archiving's sake. Because, like, I'm the kind of person where I usually don't... I don't want people who don't make it in my streams to feel left out, and I also don't want... Like, if I say, oh, it was really great when in the Earthbound streams this thing happened, and then I don't... Yeah. Well, if you enable Twitch archives, you can also download them afterwards. So, usually that's how I do it, is usually this Twitch archives them for a week. And in that time, I export them to YouTube and download the stream. Like the actual video file. You can also download the video file from YouTube after you've exported it to YouTube, I found out. Which is great, because I keep forgetting to download them, and downloading them takes forever. Like, it takes so long, because it's a 3-hour video.
Level complete. Get ready.
But yeah, it was like, just speaking of recorded streams, I was like, I should go through and make the second part of that Earthbound highlights. Because I only made the one episode of Earthbound highlights, and I have, like, a lot more episodes of Earthbound to sift through. Because, like, the thing is, like, edited content does better on YouTube just because it's easier to watch a 10-minute video than it is to watch a 3-hour video. So, I was just like, I should, you know, dig out the old files and start going through this. And I started going through this, and I was like, oh god, I remember now why I stopped. Also, my old VTuber model was kind of ugly. Like, like, the shading and everything. Like, I look at it now and it's like, oh, it looks so much worse. Because I was like, oh, the new model isn't, like, you know, it's still got the same, like, design and whatever else. I've just sort of, you know, Vroid got out of beta, and I've touched up some of the textures and things, but I was like, it's not like a massive improvement, but it's enough to show that I'm still, like, willing to update the character and whatever else, and then, like, I look at the old model, and I'm like, oh no, I remember now.
Level complete. Get ready.
I mean, it wasn't bad for like a beta Vroid model, but at the same time, it's like, Or maybe I'm just making all of that up because I like to make up things that are wrong about myself that no one else notices or cares about. It'd be like that sometimes. Like, I don't know, I've reached a point in my life where it's like, I think I'm just gonna start disregarding the thoughts in my head entirely. No more thoughts, they're all banned. We're going monkey mode on. Just...
Good.
But yeah, all my VODs get exported to YouTube basically immediately. Obviously, it takes time for them to, like, upload and whatever. I also want to do more edited content and stuff on YouTube, but also it's like, ugh, that's work. That's so much work. Because, like, there was literally a moment earlier this week where I sat down with, like, the VOD of Earthbound Part 3 in my video editor, and I was like, time to make Part 2 of the highlight reel, and I was like, I have to watch all of this? Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to anyone who watches my stream VODs. You're the real MVP. Because... oh...
Good. Excellent. Incredible. Level complete.
Wow, wow! Oh, that combo just did it for me, didn't it?
Get ready.
Genuinely though, anyone who shows up to my streams and watches the VODs, like, I appreciate you guys so much. Because, like, it's not like I woke up today and said, people are gonna watch me stream Bejeweled for 2 hours. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, I genuinely, my expectations could not be lower. So yeah, the fact that anyone at all is willing to listen to me ramble while I match duels in a really old casual puzzle game is a miracle, and you should be proud of yourself. Because, like, literally, okay, so I got this game on Steam. It was on sale for, like, $1. I think you can buy it at full price for, like, $5. But, like, I got it because, like, I played it as a kid. You know, it's one of those games that, like, your grandma had this on her PC, so you played it while you were, like, hanging out with your cousins or whatever. And I had so much nostalgia for this game just because of that. So I was just like, fuck it, it's $1. I'll take your entire stock. What price for your nostalgia? And now it's just like, this is a game that I can play and talk at the same time. So, you know, if people want to, like, hang out with me in like, a Twitch chat and just be like, hey, you wanna ramble about Hitman Absolution some more? Like, yeah, you know, might as well. Yeah. Oh fuck, I clicked out of the window. I feel it. Yeah.
No more moves.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Every once in a while you can tell when the game is about to just, like, kick you out of the level.
Go.
I also just like to turn on this game when I'm, like, super stressed or whatever, because, like, it's genuinely relaxing to just, you know, just do this for a few hours. Because it is not stressful in any capacity. There's no pressure. Even if you lose, you only lost because the game decided that you'd been playing for too long. You know what I mean? So it's a good day to turn on when, like, my anxiety's super bad or whatever. And I figured it'd make for a good, like, just chatting stream. Like, that's my thoughts. Because I feel like, one, I don't have enough, like, regular viewers to make a full-on, we're just gonna hang out on the just chatting stream and just do that worth the effort. But also, too, I wouldn't be able to keep myself entertained just by doing that. I'd have to be able to, like, fidget with something just to, like, keep my stupid, like, smooth brain entertained. I know some people would probably say, you shouldn't insult yourself so much, and it's like, it's not an insult, it's just a fact. I'm not upset that I'm dumb. I just am dumb. It's just a thing. Cause like at the moment I think, because I do want to stream the Ocarina of Time randomizer at some point, just because like I've played Ocarina of Time like 7,000 times. I've played Ocarina of Time so many times. Like, it's kind of, Ocarina of Time is like, it's not my favorite Zelda game, but it is my emotional support Zelda game. So, you know. But also, I want to stream Majora's Mask at some point, because Majora's Mask is my favorite Zelda game. Majora's Mask is a masterpiece of storytelling, and nothing will convince me otherwise.
Level complete. Get ready.
Because, like, I guess the thing about Majora's Mask that no other video game has really managed to replicate for me is just the fact that, like, okay, like, the doom of the entire world and everything in it is constantly hanging over you, in a very literal sense, because the moon is right there, and it's staring at you with its terrifying face. And every once in a while, you just kind of forget about that. A Link to the Past. I tried to play Ocarina of Time, but the mechanics were hard for me to grasp. Oh my god, those early 3D cameras. Oh god, we really did have to wait until Breath of the Wild to get a good Zelda game with an actual fucking camera. No, you're right. That is valid. If you have a problem with the early 3D cameras, the 3DS port of Majora's Mask is compatible with the additional like circle pad thing that you can stick into the 3DS to get 2 circle pads, and that just fixes everything about it, literally everything. So I would if the old 3D camera, if the shitty old 3D camera gives you grief, that would be the way to try the game, I think. And actually, the versions of Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time that I own are the 3DS ports. The HD... they're not really HD remakes, but you know what I mean. The remasters. For that reason, just because, like, it handles the camera a little bit better. But yeah, what I was saying about Majora's Mask is just that, like... So every once in a while, you forget that, like, the world is gonna end in 3 days, and you're just running around, you know, doing Happy Zelda things, and then you, like, get a good view of the sky, and you're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, this terrifying doomsday moon is hanging over all of us, and we will inevitably die. And that is the level of storytelling that is... But yeah, I do recommend that you check that out. Personally, I recommend the 3DS ports over, like, playing a ROM, but, like, at the same time, the ROMs are probably more accessible, so, you know, just do whatever you want. But the 3DS port of Majora's Mask is compatible with the circle pad thingy, so that you can have actual camera controls in a Zelda game. Breath of the Wild also has actual camera controls, and so does the port of Skyward Sword for the Switch. The Skyward Sword HD has actual camera controls. But it only has actual camera controls if you are okay with the motion controls. If you want to play it without the motion controls, you can do that at the cost of your camera controls. Which is, you know, it was a choice. It was a choice that Nintendo made. Personally, I don't mind the motion controls in Skyward Sword, but some people think that they are... Some people find them to be absolutely insufferable, and I can't even really argue with that, to be honest. Oh, speaking of Zelda games, you should... Wii remotes, oh god. Yeah, the Switch, personally, I think the Switch gyroscope handles the motion controls better. But even then, with the Switch port, you do have the option to turn them off if you don't mind not having the right stick to control the camera.
Level complete.
The other thing is I've played the Switch port of Link's Awakening. The Switch port of the Switch remake of Link's Awakening is top tier. Cause like I have played Link's Awakening DX for the Game Boy Color, and it's great, but only having 2 buttons to play a Zelda game is a fucking nightmare. And it really holds the game back. Like, playing the Switch version really allows you to experience the game in its full glory, I think. I also greatly enjoy the Link Between Worlds for the 3DS. A lot of people sort of are mistaken in the belief that A Link Between Worlds is just a port of A Link to the Past. It is not. They are different. Yeah. Yeah, Awakening DX, like, you can manage it, and there are several people who did manage it and, like, really fell in love with the game, but, like, at the same time, it's like, the limitations of the Game Boy Color really, really held that game back. So it's so nice. I'm really happy that they remade it for the Switch so that more people can experience what is genuinely a really good Zelda game. And if you're more of a fan of the 2D style Zelda games, then yeah, can't recommend it enough. Calypso, hey! It's nice to see ya! So glad you can make it, buddy. How you doing? We're talking about Zelda games. How you doing? Chili cheese burrito! Jealous. Jealous. Big jealous. This weird thing happened to me, like, after I graduated. Well, I didn't graduate. After I dropped out of college. Because I was stupid and ran out of money. After I dropped out of college, this weird thing hit me where I just suddenly became obsessed with chili dogs. So, like, chili cheese burrito sounds absolutely phenomenal.
Excellent.
It's always been strange to me how, like, your tastes change when you age. You know what I mean? Like, what? Chili dogs! Oh my goodness. Enjoy that chili dog for me.
Excellent.
But like for example, when I was a kid, I really, really liked sour candy. And I still do to an extent, but like now I eat a sour candy and my old, like, fragile adult mouth just sort of dissolves and it's terrible. Yes, yes, enjoy those chili dogs for us. We will appreciate it.
Good.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing. I feel like I've become more sensitive to sour things, funnily enough.
Level complete. Get ready. Excellent.
But yeah, it was like before I turned like 21, I didn't care about chili dogs at all, and now it's just like, oh my god, chili dogs though. Like, chili dogs have entered my top 10 foods, and they were not even an option before. And it's like, I don't understand this weird mechanism in my body and brain that suddenly thinks that chili dogs are delicious now, but I'm not gonna question it. I mean, chili dogs, man. Sonic was right, and we should have listened. Yeah! Yeah, I feel that too.
Excellent.
Like, especially with sweets. Like, like, I'm really into sweets. But also, like, I do draw the line at certain things. And, like, a lot of the time, like, if I'm like, gorging myself on Little Debbie cakes or whatever, I don't actually think that they're good. My brain is just using the food to soothe my anxiety. Or whatever. It's like an unhealthy old mouth black tea and coffee. I feel it. I feel it so hard. Black tea, though. Black tea, though.
Good. Level complete. Get ready.
Oh, no! That's a shame. Little Betty Nutty Bars are actually the ones that are kind of good. Like, I like zebra cakes, but I don't like zebra cakes because they taste good. I like zebra cakes because they're nostalgic. Like, they objectively do not taste good. Not even to me, who, like, will eat the entire box if given the opportunity. Because the thing that I like about zebra cakes is not the flavor of the zebra cakes, funnily enough. It's the fact that I remember being happy as a child when I ate them. Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like, but yeah, Nutty Buddies. Nutty Buddies, man. They're so good. Hopefully you can find one soon. Like, I don't know, on vacation or something. Ah, yep. Yep. Well, hey, but at least in Canada you have, like, the good version of Smarties. American Smarties are not great. I believe that's what you guys call rockets? The horrible little, like, chalky... I mean, I don't mind them as much, but I can also see... Yeah. I've just heard it through the grapevine that like Canadians have like an actually good version of Smarties, and our Smarties are just garbage. They're just garbage. Maybe that was it. I think it was like a YouTube, like some Let's Play where the YouTuber was like talking about candies they didn't like, and they were like, I hate Smarties, Smarties are gross, and then like in the comments, yeah, in the comments of that video, people were like, oh yeah, you're American, so you have the garbage Smarties. It's better in Canada.
Go.
Yeah. I low-key want to try... I want to try Canadian Smarties now, just to see what all the buzz is about. Because, like, okay, I haven't eaten... Nice! Nice, okay. I live in Kansas, so I'm as landlocked as it gets in every sense of the word. Yeah! So it's kind of like a chocolatey thing? That's interesting.
Level complete. Get ready.
Interesting. That does sound interesting. I'm really curious now. I don't know how I will ever try one, but if I get the opportunity, I will definitely do it. Just to see. Open a P.O. box. Yeah, maybe someday. Oh, that would be great.
Good. Level complete. Get ready.
Just like walk into the post office, be like, hey, I'd like to rent a P.O. box. And they're like, cool, for a business? And I'm like, no, so that someone in Canada can send me their Smarties. I should have known better. Oh gosh, what's another thing that What's another thing? I'm trying to think of something else that I liked as a kid that I don't like now, or vice versa. Oh. That's how you get the feds to watch. That would boost my Twitch stats. I get it now. That's the meta. It's the Canadian Smarties meta.
Excellent. Level complete. Get ready.
Although honestly, I feel like if I wanted the feds to watch my streams, I feel like just streaming Hitman a couple times would do the trick. Because, oh boy. Oh my god, yes. Deal. I will take you on that.
Good. Level complete. Get ready.
I will tell you though, I have never been a particularly picky eater, just like in general. I will eat anything once. There aren't that many things where I would immediately go, no, I don't like that. The one thing that I would turn down, generally speaking, is coconut. I've been a little more open-minded about coconut, but like, the nutty bars, yeah. Yes! Yes, we'll have a snack food drug deal where, like, we're handing the boxes to each other, like, at the same time. Yeah.
Good. Level complete. Get ready. Excellent.
Smuggle butter tarts to Michigan friends. That sounds amazing. I used to live in Michigan. I used to live in Lower Michigan, though. The worst Michigan. There's a reason I left Michigan, and it was because Lower Michigan sucks ass. It's so bad there. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's different in different parts of Lower Michigan, but... Oh, yeah! Yeah, no. Ohio is like 1,000 times worse. It was like 1,000 times worse. There's a reason why all of the American astronauts came from frickin' Ohio. It's because Ohio makes people want to flee the Earth. Oh yeah, you still live in Ohio, don't you? I think Calypso still. If I'm not wrong, Calypso actually still lives in Ohio. Unless you've moved, you might have moved. I'm not sure, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I couldn't remember if you just moved house or if you also left Ohio.
Level complete. Get ready.
Oh? Oh! Thanks, man! Thanks for the donation. That is very kind of you. An hour away from Detroit on the Canadian side. Okay, okay, cool. The place where I lived was sort of... Like, if you do the hand thing, I don't know how well this is going to translate with the leap motion, but, like, if you do the hand thing, I lived, like, right in the pinch between your forefinger and your thumb. Oh, yeah, no, anything is appreciated. Anything at all. It's, like, no pressure to tip, or it. The fact that you tipped at all is a miracle to me, so thank you very, very much.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's where I lived in Michigan. Is like in the hand part, sort of by where your forefinger joins your thumb in the little like crotch area. I don't live there anymore, so because I had to leave, man. It was terrible. It was so bad. Like, I don't know if it's Lower Michigan altogether or just that town in general, but, like, yes, the crotch of Michigan! That's the crotch of Michigan.
No more moves.
Ah.
A new high score. Go. Excellent. Level complete. Get ready.
Oh, but yeah. So, let's see. We talked about Zelda. I talked about Hitman for a bit. We talked about candy. Oh, here's a candy question that's somewhat relevant, even though Halloween is over. Candy corn thoughts? Because I don't love candy corn, but I don't hate candy corn either. I will definitely eat it if it's there. But I understand that some people absolutely despise candy corn, so I am interested in hearing your thoughts on the subject. Okay, Calypso is pro candy corn. Calypso is pro candy. Oh yeah, no, definitely. I feel that. I feel that really hard because oh boy, is it sweet. Yeah. I was waiting for you to correct the typo because I wasn't sure how to interpret that one actually. Most of the time I'm decent with interpreting typos, but that time it was like that could be anything. Yeah, alright, so we've got some pro candy corn people in the chat. That's nice, that's fine, because I do feel like it gets shouted over a lot. That some people do actually like candy corn. Or at the very least, they eat it, you know? Like, It's not like I'm gonna go to the store and buy 16 bags of candy corn. But, like, if I'm at a Halloween party and they got a bowl full of candy corn, you bet your ass I'm gonna be hitting up that bowl. More than a handful is too much. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that sentiment. Yeah. More than a hand... Because I think the thing about candy corn that turns people off is that it's very sweet. And if you buy, like, the cheap, like, generic brands or whatever, it can get, like, waxy and terrible. But, like... generally speaking, I don't mind it as much. So... it is definitely one of those candies that, like, gets old fast. You know what I mean? Like, there are some, like, foods where the utility just doesn't wear off, and you can eat it forever until you, like, die of hypercholesterolemia or whatever. But, like, there are some foods where it's like, okay, I've eaten as much as I'm ever going to eat, and that is going to keep me satisfied for until the next time. And candy corn is definitely one of those for me. It's yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's like, it'd be good if I could eat more than, like, a handful of candy corn. But you just can't. It's too sweet. Like, popcorn is one of those foods for me. I could genuinely eat popcorn until it killed me. Do you eat the fortune? Oh yeah, we were talking about that in the Discord we're both in. Do you eat the fortune cookie? I eat the fortune cookie. When I was a kid, I made up some nonsense about how, like, if you don't eat the fortune cookie, the thing that is written on the inside of the little paper, that isn't really a fortune because it's not really telling the future. But, like, I had this little, like, I had this little, like, weird you know how, like, kids just make shit up? I had this weird superstition in my mind that, like, if you didn't eat the cookie, then the fortune wouldn't come true. Which doesn't really make any sense, but also I was like 10, and 10-year-olds just do shit like that. They're just like, this is a universal truth now. and if you can convince enough other 10-year-olds that it's a universal truth, then you've created an urban legend. Whew. But yeah, I do know my boyfriend doesn't. My boyfriend used to eat the fortune cookies. He doesn't eat the fortune cookie anymore because he ordered too much Chinese food when there was like a brief period of time where before we moved in together where he was living on his own, so he didn't want to cook, so he just ordered a bunch of Chinese food. And in that time, he got sick of fortune cookies. So, yeah. Yeah, it turns out that, like, 10-year-olds are just absolute madmen who make shit up all the time.
Get ready.
Like, I do believe that is the origin of the demon-proof blanket. Or the idea that, like, it doesn't matter what kind of horrifying monster is out to get you in the middle of the night, your blanket will stop it. Used to not like them because they were really bland, but as I got older, I started eating better. My tongue got a chance to breathe. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Well, the thing is, like, my parents didn't like Chinese food, so I barely even ate fortune cookies or whatever as a kid, so I don't even know where I got that idea. Just, like, I don't even know why I came up with that. It makes no sense. I never ate any I hardly ever ate any fortune cookies outside of, like, somebody bringing one to class.
No more moves.
Alright.
Go.
I might call it in a couple Bejeweled games, just because I can tell I'm getting tired. I can tell I'm getting tired and a little bit less talkative. And it's not like the gameplay is keeping the stream going. I'll tell you what though, the sound design in this game. The sound design in this game is great. Like, casual puzzle game sound design peaked at Bejeweled 2 Deluxe. Like, the music is chill, but it's got, like, a cool synthy, like, science fiction vibe. Like, the voiceover of the guy going, incredible. Oh, I mean, I'm the only person who plays on this computer, so this isn't like an online game or anything. I have every high score spot because I have played this game enough times that I've pushed out the default high scores for the most part. But I do plan on doing this every week. It's just sort of a chill, just chatting stream. If this was, like, say, your grandma's computer. Yeah! If this was, like, your grandma's computer when you were a child in the early 2000s, all of your cousins and you would have, like, your own profiles, so you would get to, like, compete for high scores. But, that is not the case, right now, because, unfortunately, that time of my life has ended. So... Yeah! Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because, like, I don't know about you, but I am too smooth-brained to keep myself entertained with just chatting with absolutely nothing to fidget with or anything, so I figured this is a good game that I can play while still talking. You know what I mean? Like, it's a game that I can play without completely having to focus on the game and not being able to chat. I feel it. Oh my goodness, I should play Mario Kart sometime. That would be cool. I don't know if I can... I'll have to experiment and see if I can run OBS and VC Face and Dolphin at the same time.
Level complete.
Because I don't have any other way of capturing GameCube footage. But I do have the ROM of Double Dash on my computer. Nice. Nice. That makes sense. That makes sense, yeah. Also, just for anyone who is interested and or in need of these things. Pixabay.com. It's like Pixabay. They have all kinds of royalty-free music, Creative Commons images and videos. So a lot of the assets that I use for my streams, like the starting soon video or whatever, and like that music and whatever is from Pixabay. So I highly recommend it if you need stuff that you can use for free without getting a copyright strike.
No more moves.
Whew.
Go.
But yeah, it's like, a lot of the times I find it difficult to... Because essentially how it works in your brain, for the most part, is that, like, you'll have, like, your bar of stimulation. And if it gets too full, you're overstimulated and you can't focus. And if it's not full enough, you're understimulated and you can't focus. So if you're like, you have to, like, find that sweet spot. So if you're down too far, you can use music or whatever to bump yourself up into it. Which is why, like... if you're drawing or whatever, you might want to listen to music at the same time. And it's why, in this instance, I am using Bejeweled to focus on the just chatting stream. And it also gives the viewers something to look at. Also, I think I might have to take you up on that. Thank you very much. I appreciate the offer, at the very least. I will have to take a look at that. What you drawing, Calypso?
Level complete. Get ready.
Nice! Good luck with that. I know nothing about Live 2D. Absolutely nothing. That sounds cool. You should definitely do that. Also, if you need arts of the visual variety, you should hit up Calypso. Because they are very good, and I have commissioned them for stuff in the past. Can recommend. No problem, dude. Yeah, I made a 3D model in VRoid because I don't know how to make art or do live 2D stuff. I knew that if I made a VRoid model, I could just, like, load up VC Face and, like, just go with a webcam, so that's what I did. Like, I have seen some pretty impressive live 2D models, so I will absolutely say.
Level complete. Get ready.
Because, like, generally, if I'm, like, drawing or whatever, you know, if I'm doing something and I need background noise, usually I will put on, like, a live stream pod. Just because they're long enough that I don't have to, like, switch it. And also just having... Stop. Twitch. Steam, go away. Steam, go away. Sorry. But yeah, usually I'll listen to a stream VOD, which is another reason why I put all my VODs on YouTube, is because I know that there are people like me who just like to listen to that shit in the background, and if they want to do it, who am I to stop them? And since Twitch doesn't want to host my videos forever, might as well outsource it. Twitch VODs, yeah.
Get ready.
It's usually either that or like a playlist of a Let's Play that I've already seen several times, because it's just like it's enough background noise to fill the void, but it's not so much that I start paying attention to that instead of what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Once I get out of the test, yeah, let's do it.
Good. Excellent. Incredible.
I'm actually already subbed to your YouTube, even though there's nothing on it yet. So, you know. Sub to Calypso.
Excellent. Incredible. Level complete. Get ready.
No problem, dude.
Excellent. Incredible.
Yeah, no, that's a mood, to be honest. I was talking about earlier how I've been, like, trying to finish another highlight video of my old Earthbound streams, and it's just, it's so much work. Why did I agree to this? Like, I'm the one who had the idea. I can't even blame anyone else. I was the one who was like, let's make more manageable bite-sized videos for YouTube, since... like, watching 3 hours worth of a VOD is a lot, and I get that. And then I opened, like, the download of the VOD, and I was like, oh, I don't want to sift through this. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. I use HitFilm to edit videos, and I like it because it's free, and even though it's free, it's still, like, of professional quality, if that makes sense. Like, I definitely recommend looking up HitFilm, because it's a little clunky in places. It requires a lot of manual effort instead of... Yeah, give it a look. It's free, you might as well. That's my principle, is that, like, I tend to use a lot of free programs, and then if they're bad, I just uninstall them. That's... The thing about paid programs is that there's, like, you know, when you buy something, it's like, oh, well, I paid money for this, so now I have to use it. Oh my goodness, yeah, no, I feel that. Well, and also, new Windows Movie Maker is trash garbage. The old, like... Windows, like, Vista Movie Maker was gold. It was great. I mean, it wasn't great, but, like, for something free that came packed in with your computer, it was pretty good. Then they made it bad and stupid. The only thing about HitFilm is that it can be very CPU intensive, so if your computer doesn't have a whole ton of space, it might... It was so good! Yeah, same, honestly. I used to make... Rest in peace, old Movie Maker.
Level complete. Get ready.
But yeah, I like to mess around with free programs like HitFilm and Vroid and whatever else, just because, like, if I don't have to pay money for it, I don't feel obligated to use it. You know what I mean? Like, if I download it and it sucks, I can just uninstall it. Whereas if I buy, like, I don't know, Adobe Premiere Point or whatever, Adobe's freaking, I hate Adobe. Like, just as a company in general. But, like, if I download one, if I buy one of Adobe's stupid subscription fees, then it's like, well, now I have to use this. And if I don't use this, then I wasted my money. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I remember the good old days. Ugh. Yeah, it's just freaking Adobe. Freaking Adobe. I hate it so much.
Good.
Like, the main reason I don't like Adobe is because people, and they're not the only ones who do this, but they're the ones who are the most guilty of this, which is like, I don't feel like people should have to pay a subscription fee for a program. I feel like a program is a thing that you own. It's not a recurring service, so you shouldn't be able to charge a subscription fee. Because there is no, you're not subscribing to anything. It's just price gouging. Alright, yeah. Have a good one. Have a good one, Calypso. Honestly, the stream is almost over, because I'm getting tired. So I'm probably gonna call it either after this game or after the next game of Bejeweled, I think. Although this one's going pretty well. I mean, knock on wood, but...
No more moves.
yeah. I had a feeling I was done.
New high score.
Fourth highest score, though. Jesus. Yeah, I still have plenty of the default scores on the freaking action mode, because I don't play it as much, but... you know. Oh, do I have one more game in me? Yeah, fuck it. One more time. Play again.
Go.
And then when the game kicks me out of this one, I'm just gonna call it, because I could feel myself losing energy, and usually when I can feel myself losing energy, it means I'm already exhausted, and my body just didn't feel the need to tell me it before now. I love that feature of the human being, where it's just like, oh, did you want this really relevant information about your physical form that you rely on for survival? You probably don't need it immediately, though. Let's wait 30 minutes. It's like, I'd like to have it now, though, actually. I'd like to know that I'm pushing myself too hard. Now.
Level complete. Get ready.
Speaking of, does anyone know how to contact tech support for the human flesh vessel? Because mine is defective in several ways. And I would like to file a complaint. Yeah, alright. No problem. It's fine. It's fine. Like, I get the self-plug. I might have to check out your stuff later on, just because I'm interested in that sort of thing. And also because, I mean, I appreciate you supporting me in my endeavors, so... Bob. Thank you. I will find this Bob.
No more.
Alright, yep. The Flesh Doctor, yeah. Bob the Flesh Doctor. It's canon. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Thanks for coming, man. That was great. I think I am gonna call it here because I can feel myself physically shutting down. So I will see you guys all tomorrow, or on the VOD if you can't make it to the stream tomorrow. Tomorrow we are playing A Link to the Past. A Link to the Past is tomorrow. It will likely be the finale of my streaming series of A Link to the Past. Because I've gotten all the pieces of heart, I've gotten all the bottles, the only thing that's left is Ganon's Tower and the big man himself. So, ideally we're gonna be beating the game tomorrow, so hopefully y'all can see that VOD. I thank you guys so very much for coming. Seriously, I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!